Alright, I want to share something really cool about the crown of thorns that Jesus wore. And the soldiers twisted together a crown of thorns and put it on his head. Jesus wore a crown of thorns instead of the crown of glory from heaven, and this showed his humility. Jesus wore a crown of thorns as a form of torture, which was the worst of torture, suffering and shame. The crown of thorns was not just a form of torture or humiliation, but the crown of thorns was deliberate. Thorns are often depicted as people, but particularly those who bring some form of persecution. So we see in Judges 2, the Lord says, "I will not drive them out, but they will be as thorns in your side." Judah disobeyed God by not driving out the inhabitants, and so neither did God, and instead made them as thorns in their side. Paul writes that he had a thorn in his flesh, which was a messenger, which is a person of Satan, a messenger of Satan that was sent to persecute him. And if you read through 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Paul is actually addressing the false accusations made against him by this thorn. In fact, that's actually half the reason why he even wrote 1st and 2nd Corinthians. Matthew 7, grapes are not gathered from thorn bushes. Grapes, fruit of the Spirit, thorns, unbelievers, pagans, wicked people, the world. You cannot gather the fruit of the Spirit from the world. Others fell among thorns, worldly people, and they choked them out. They cared for the world. So thorns in themselves are painful. Persecution is painful. He took the punishment of the thorns from the thorns for the sake of the thorns. And so the thorns, which are the people who caused him suffering, he also died for. And that is why I believe that this crown was specifically made of thorns. Everything is deliberate in the Bible and lines up, cross-references some way or another. And it is so amazing.